Okay, what's up, traders? What's up, tycoons? Giving you guys an update on Morpheus Network, ticker symbol MNW. Now, I do viewer requests every single week, so if you want to see your token, your cryptocurrency in the next video, all you have to do is comment down below, and I'll make a video on it as soon as I can. We're going to jump straight into the video and go over the MACD, all right, how you can use this as well as the relative strength index to give yourself some possible entry as well as exit signals. Trading is like going to battle. It's like going to war. So you need to have the proper weapons at your disposal and know how to use those weapons so that way you can increase your odds of success on the battlefield. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to update and show how we came back and we're hitting our bullish price targets. We came down and held the major support levels that we needed to hold in my previous video. And things are going good, right? And there's been a few signals to spot some really good entries on some trades. We're going to break those down so that you guys can learn about some of these different indicators. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and we'll get straight into it. Initially, we had this falling wedge pattern right here. This is a bullish pattern indicated by these two trend lines where you're looking for a breakout to the upside, possibly to retest your previous highs where it started off at, right? So you want to try to come up to these previous levels near where the pattern started. If you take a look, notice how I have a low here and a lower low, right? So obviously the token was in a downtrend at this point and creating lower lows, right? No secret there. But if you look at your RSI, which is measuring the relative strength of a token at its given price, you see we have a low here, and then we actually have a higher low at this point where we made a lower low. So in this case, this would be something known as bullish divergence, indicating you could see some bullish activity in the future. Now, what also happens is you get a MACD entry signal, right? So what that is going to be is this blue line here. When you see it cross above the orange line, that's going to be what's known as a MACD entry signal, and it's an indicator you may see some bullish activity in the future, right? So what we do is we're actually combining multiple strategies together. No one strategy is 100%. You don't want to, strictly just trade off of one strategy. You want to try to combine as many strategies and combine as many signals as you can, so that way you can give yourself further confidence and increase your odds of success. So the first signal, right, is some bullish divergence. And then what do you know? Right around that time, we end up getting the MACD crossover, and we go on a very, very nice move and rally that really started the whole rally in itself. So keep a close eye on this trend line. It's going to be very relevant up here in the future when we come to some of the recent price action, as we still held that trend line and bounced off our initial bullish divergence trend line. That's a good indicator and, was a nice signal as well, again, with another MACD entry signal. So after we got the large move to the upside, right, we had some bullish price targets up here that we were looking to hit. We'll go ahead and zoom into that side of the chart right now. So here's the current chart data. This is what we're currently at and what we're currently battling. As you can see, we came up and hit some of our bullish price targets up here to the upside. Very strong move, right? Very, very impressive rally on Morpheus Network, ticker symbol MNW. Now, oftentimes after you hit these bullish price targets, you do get a pullback, right? Nothing moves in a straight line up or in a straight line down. You get a move up, retracement, continuation higher. Or you get a reversal, right, where you move down, consolidate a little, and then break through those retracement levels. So these are really the key levels of support that we must hold, and we really need to hold for us to continue to possibly go higher and come back and retest our previous bullish price targets. If we break below these support levels, then most likely we could come back to retest some of our previous lows. So definitely keep that in mind. But take a look at how well the price action played out. And if you caught the last video and started learning about some of these signals, whether it's the MACD or the RSI or using both of them, you can see we ended up consolidating and coming down, closing exactly and opening exactly. We did wick below the support level a little bit, but price action held exactly on our support level. So we know that this is a big area of support. That's one possible reason to enter here, is because we're at a major support level, right? Number two, we're bouncing off of that initial bullish divergence trend line that we went over in the very beginning. So that's another good sign, right? So now we have two signals. And number three, we end up getting the MACD blue line crossing above the orange line, and that is our MACD entry signal, okay? And so again, we had another impressive rally from support to bullish price target. Was a 68% move. It ended up running up about 78% in total. So now what we want to do is we want to come over here and use our fib tool, okay? And we're going to connect our most recent low, all right, up here to our most recent high. And the reason we do this is to get our three major retracement levels. Those are going to be the 38.2, the 50%, and the 61.8% retracement level. Remember, I said nothing goes in a straight line up or a straight line down. You get a move up, retracement continuation higher, or a move down, retracement continuation lower. So that's what we're going to be doing right here is we're looking to see if we move up and we retrace and we get some type of a pullback, we want to hold these three levels in specific, right? Because otherwise, if we come down, consolidate a little bit and break these levels, that's when we're most likely going to come back down and retest our most recent support levels, okay? So just keep that in mind. Now, those three levels specifically are going to be 1.39, 1.30, and 1.21. So again, if we do get some type of a pullback, we want to be able to hold these levels, bounce off of them, retest our bullish price target up here of 1.59. We want to see us be able to break and close and stay above there. As you see, we closed above here one day, and then the very next day, we closed below. So it is a strong level of resistance right up here that we have. We need to be cautious, trying to go long here at 1.59. As we've rejected it multiple times. Now, the more times you test a resistance level, the weaker it gets. So, we have tested it multiple times. We tested it again over here, tested it a few times here. There is a chance we could break out. And if we do, our next bullish price target is going to be up here at about 1.95. And then after that, we have 2.18. So what we need to be cautious of is going to be now a MACD exit signal, right? So an exit signal is going to be the exact opposite of the entry signal. It's going to be the blue line crossing below the orange line. And that happens right over here. So if you take a look, we get a MACD exit signal right here. And look, we get a sharp move to the downside, right? Ultimately leading to a pretty big sell-off. But even afterwards, more recent, after that MACD sell-off, there was a big move to the downside. So we do need to be cautious of this MACD line right here. If it crosses below, there is a chance we could see a repeat of the last MACD exit signal and a sharp move to the downside. As well as, you want to look out for any bearish divergences. Now, currently, we don't really have a bearish divergence on our relative strength index. But if you see this continue to go up higher, right? And so a bearish divergence would be where this is making higher highs. So let's say we have a high here, and then we come up and we make a higher high here. But if our relative strength index looks like this and is making lower highs, and we're doing something like this where we have, let me take that off. Let me use some circles, right? So let's say we have a high right here, and then we make this new high up here, but our relative strength index is down here like this, then that would be a form of bearish divergence where we're creating a high and a higher high, but a high here, and then a lower high right here as well. So those are some of the warning signals that you need to be looking out for in case of a pullback, because, nothing's going to go up forever. All right, and there is a chance we could get a pullback if we start to see some of those signals on the MACD or the relative strength index. But for now, things are looking good. We want to see us continue to push higher. If we do pull back, we know our three major levels we need to hold. Otherwise, if we break those levels, we could be coming back down to retest our prior support levels of 0.94, 0.78, and 0.57. So that's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. Don't forget, I do viewer request every single week. So if you enjoyed this and want to see your token, your cryptocurrency in the next video, all you got to do is comment down below. Be happy to make a video on it for you guys as soon as I can. And that's it. Okay, I'm out for today on this video. If you made it this far, I appreciate you, and you'll probably enjoy one of these next two videos as well. So make sure to click on one of those.